महेश्वर गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Let there be peace, let there be peace and love amongst all the human beings of the universe. Let there be peace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We have done the studies for first 20 chapters. We started the revision. In the revision also we have finished first 5 chapters. We have commenced with the 6th chapter, that is the power of thought, where we have seen the first topic, that is Endova-Pakhana, the story of Endova. Very enchanting story wherein we have seen that just by great play of the power of the thinking mind, the world is created. And the Brahmaji is the creator of world, and this Hindu son, 10 of them, they have created the 10 more worlds, the web of worlds, and one of the sun of the world, web of world, has been seen by the Brahmaji, and he has asked the question. So accordingly it has been said, indeed by the contemplation of the mind, the son of Hindu who were ordinary ones, so बहुत ही साधारण लोग थे, becoming Brahmas, attained the state of Brahma. See the capability of mind. So even though we say the mind, when we start searching mind doesn't exist, but mind has been supported by the consciousness. So let us see the now second story, that is Vitopakhana, the story of the sensualist. So it goes like this, the shloka number 13. Being contemplated by the mind, the body goes to the state of embodied. The mind contemplating the body becomes the body itself by identification. So when we are in a deep sleep, where are we? In the deep sleep, we are no one, we are Mr. Nobody, and we have no influence of I when you are in a deep sleep. But what happens moment you wake up in the morning, maybe at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, or as per your standard? So immediately within a fraction of a second, the mind start contemplating at the body, and then we get enlivened. Mind becomes identified with the body, and we feel we are the body. So what has to be dropped in the sadhana or contemplation to be done is, I am not the body. So if you become somebody, maybe husband, wife, father, mother, in-laws, outlaws, the somebody suffers because of the relationships and possessionship. But if you are nobody while interacting, do all the worldly activities but remain as nobody, then you will always happy. Nobody is always happy. So we have to become the nobody, and that is internal sadhana. So body identification has to be dropped. So this first statement says that moment you becomes identified with body, deha bhavana, then you becomes baddha and got entangled in the world. Freed from the thought of the body, one is not afflicted by the attributes or characteristics property of the body. When you keep on saying that Aham Brahmasmi, 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 likewise, what happens is, sometime the other it will click, yes, I am not this body, I am not this Jiva, I am not this Ishvara, I am something other than that. So what is that other than that? Whether the people like it or not, whether people knows it or not, whether people want it or not, you are divine. So once you start contemplating with that oneness, with that one nature, with that one unfragmented consciousness, then there is only bliss, bliss, bliss. You will remain a disciplined and normal life. But in internal sadhana, inside, Antarmukta, you will have the divinity present in you. You will allow that divinity to express through you. So now the story is told here is, there was a king known as इंद्रधुम्न among those the Magadha country. Magadha country में इंद्रधुम्न नाम के king थे. He has a wife named as Ahilya with a lotus-like eyes. And his wife name was Ahilya. A sensual person by name Indra lived in the same city. Now there are three characters here. One is King Indradumna, his wife is Ahilya, and there is a sensual person Indra. That Ahilya, having been heard from the legends, what happened to Indra in company of Ahilya in days of yore, become attached to that Indra. Even though she was a wife of that king, very nice king, but she become attached to that Indra. The king, seeing their state of being strongly attached to one another, abandoned those two evil-minded persons in the tank of water reservoir. Now, king started punishing him because he had a bad eye towards the queen. But those laughed with satisfaction and did not suffer distress. They only laughed and they did not suffer distress. Tied to the legs of the elephant, even beaten with whips, and being burned by flames, they did not suffer any pain. Then, being asked by the king to those two joyous dispositions, said, now what has happened is king has tried to give all the punishment to that Ahilya and this Indra, who were also in the same character in Puranic characters. So he has given them under the legs of elephant and tortured them, put under the water, put under the stuff, but they are never feeling any pain. Then when he asked them, we too who have become wholly absorbed in one another, do not know agonies, king word, whichever is the thought of the mind resolute, it sees the only in entirety and not the working of the body. So again, now the message given here is a great message, even though they were suffering, but they were not suffering. Because they are so much attached. So it has been said that the thought of the mind can take you for a right thing or can make your life maybe attached, so that even though agonies are there, you will not suffer. Even though it is called as evil-minded people. Then the king thus told, knowing the words of these two, who were blind with passion as only true, drove away them from the kingdom. So finally what king has to do? He has to drive away them from the kingdom. He has said, okay, goodbye, don't stay here. Rama, now Vasishtha Rishi is saying to Rama with the inference, thus these two bodies for the embodied one or the individual soul in this world, one is a mental body, acting quickly, always moving ahead, the other body is a flesh, is powerless to do anything. So there are two bodies with the individual. One is a physical body which is always seen, and another is a mental body. This mental body will allow you to do the dispassion, or it will allow you to get attached to anything that is baddhas you. It is always this mental body which is giving us a trouble. So here in this story of Vitopakhana, the king was a nice person and his name was Indradumna. Then queen was Ahilya, which is a spoiled character, and that Indra is a spoiled character. Ahilya and Indra become so attached to the mind that they never bothered about the punishments which king has given to them. So even though which we have seen in the first topic, that is Endopakhana, how the mind gets engrossed and how it gives the fruits to the individual. The same as a bad effect in Vitopakhana. In the Vitopakhana, what has happened is the sensualist Indra as an attraction towards this Ahilya, and the Ahilya also got attracted towards him, and because of that the king suffered, and though these two people were also suffering, but they were not knowing the suffering, even though they were put to torture by various methods by the king. But when finally asked, they said, we become so one that all these troubles, we are never feeling a trouble because we are with each other. So finally king has to do them outside. So this is the power of mind. So we are seeing the power of mind. First power of mind, we have seen this Endopakhana, wherein the Hindu can create 10 worlds, which even the Brahmaji was astonished to see that. Second is Vitopakhana, negative story, wherein the mind can go into such a bad thing that Ahilya has forgotten the queenship and running after that Indra. So this is the power of mind. So it is always depends how we use the mind. If we use the mind for contemplation, always it will be in the state of blissful, happy, cheerful, and over and above, relaxed and cool. With this prayers, Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ramachandra Arpanamastu. Submitting the divine fruits to the holy pits of Sri Ramachandra.